What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel. We are back in the garage at our little mining setup. Gonna address that motherboard right there. We have problems, rough waters. So let me flip this camera around so I can show you better. All right, so I've had problems out of this motherboard in the past, but I swapped CPUs around and I got it running, but the main slot had no display. So to get display, you'd have to run a riser off one of the bottom slots. Anyway, it stopped working the other day. So I swapped CPUs around. I swapped CPUs into another motherboard. The CPUs work. Can't get this motherboard to boot up and run anymore. So I think she gave up the ghost. I did also swap the RAM around to see if that was the problem. No cigar. So that's unfortunate. It is what it is. But so I need to get me another AM4 board for here, because the only other board that I have is at the shop for testing, and definitely need some more AM4 boards kicking around. In the meantime, the mining farm has changed a little bit. I've pulled some of the cards off of this riserless rig, so we currently have a 3070, 2060, 2060, and a 2060. Going down here, we have two 2060s. I have this board powered off. I was just using it for testing to make sure that power supply was good, because that was the power supply that was plugged into there. And yes, that power supply powers up that motherboard and it goes to running fine. I just don't want to run that board because it's only a single slot and it's got a Pentium in it. So yeah. Now coming down here, we have two 3070s, a Zotac and a Asus TUF. That's actually really, I like that 3070. The Tufts have nice coolers on them. And then over here we have a AMD 5700, three 2060s, and then a 5700 XT. People were asking me if I have more of the 2060s coming back into inventory. I have some of them. Let's see here. So this pile right here all have display issues. Most of them have HDMI that's not working. Some of them have DisplayPort, but they all mine correctly. I don't know if it's worth fixing the display issues or just selling them at a discounted rate, because you can still mine on them. So that's something I'm gonna get to once I get past actually getting through all these orders, because I have so many more orders coming in. So we potentially do have more coming in. This left pile is sold, and then this is the unsold pile. But this pile has some little bit of corrosion, little bit of like tiny specks of rust on the brackets and stuff. So these are not like your primo cards. They're definitely been used, and I'm probably gonna have to reflect that in the price. So we'll come back to those. I may end up keeping some of these no display cards for mining and pull some of these 2060s out. I kind of want to phase a lot of the lower hashing stuff out to get more density in, because I am limited to, I'm trying not to grow outside of this area, and I only am on one 20 amp breaker at the moment. I know I need another one, because I had that rig and this rig fully populated and it was kicking the breaker, so I pulled some of those cards off. That's where you see I got a 2070 here, another 2070, and then two 2060s. So yeah, it's you know, it's the stuff and things. That's the delight. Oh, somebody asked me what was this miner right here. This is not a miner. That's a Synology network attached storage device, or a NAS drive. And then these on top of it are external hard drives that I have plugged into it. So that's where I use to like back up and store a lot of like clips in the meantime, so that way I can just upload them from the shop and I got them here, and upload them from here, I got them at the shop, and vice versa. So let's go in now and take a look at how much we're mining per day. Let me pull that up on the screen so I don't dox myself. Sorry about this. We're doing it all in one take today. Quick, fast, in a hurry. All right, if it'll load. There we go. Okay, so we're at 2.4 million, and our stats, we have 10 workers online. we'll go over here to our stats. Our past 24-hour rewards, we're at 208,000 Shiba per day. So a little over 200,000 Shiba a day, not too shabby, especially since I've pulled some stuff off of mining. That means we were probably closer to about 250,000 a day. Obviously, we need more than that to hit our goal, because our goal is 100 million Shiba. And we're not mining anything else till we hit that 100 million Shiba, at least not with our CPUs and GPUs. But that topic's for a different video. Now, if we go out to our payments, we got paid out 4.5 million. So if we're at, let's see here, 2499803 plus 45436 36. That means we are at 7 million Shiba tokens at the moment. Not great, where it's taken us a while to get there. At the moment, Shiba price, let's see here, Shiba Inu on CoinMarketCap is at $21 per million, 21.8. So if we take that and divide this by a million, that's 7.04 times 21 point, went down to 7.9, now 7.9. That means we have mined $153 worth of Shiba. Obviously, I'm not selling it right now. I think Shiba is undervalued. Don't take anything I'm saying as financial advice, because I'm a guy sitting in a wooden cubicle in my garage. I know nothing. But yeah, even from a month ago, we were at $28 a million. A year ago, there was a peak up to $35 a million, and that was in March. All-time high was, I think we had looked at it before, that it was like $79, $80 a million. Do I think we'll see that anytime soon? Probably not, but you know what? We can hope and we can dream. So, living on a prayer. Living on a prayer. Yeah, most of my workers, I have obviously all the CPUs on Random X, and then I have most of the GPUs on either Zelhash or Kapow. So a lot of the 2060s really like mining Zelhash. So it's slow. It's not a very big difference in profitability. Nothing's profitable on a 2060 or a 3070 really at the moment. At least let's go look. Hashrate.no. Okay, I am wrong there. There is stuff that's profitable. 18 cents a day, 40 cents a day. Anocus, don't know what that is. That's a Kapow algorithm. Anoc, 16 cents a day. So yeah, there is stuff that's profitable. Ironfish, Ergo, Conflux. Flux, even Zelhash Flux is 5 cents a day profit. That's surprising. Okay. Very interesting. I need to switch over to some of these Kapow algorithms. They seem to be doing better. I'm getting some Etsy advertisements. Anyways, I'm not going to hold you guys up. Thanks for watching. We are going to be doing another update on this probably here in the next few days once I start adding more stuff. It's just been kind of stagnant, letting it just chew away. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Adios.